Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy Passion from San Francisco, California. I'm really excited to perform at your school on April 21st, but I was asked to answer a few questions before I head over there. So the first question is, how did I get to where I am today? And it's kind of a big question because there's so many things that have happened in my life that have led me into the direction and to where I am today. But one thing that I do remember is my own personal love, passion, and interest in music. I was a young kid. My parents said I was 4 years old when I started messing around on the piano, on the keyboard, and I started teaching myself how to play piano. So when I was a kid, I would hear music and I would just absolutely love and wonder, how is that thing being played? Like, who made that? And I would always have that genuine interest in that. And then when I was around like 10 years old, I started to sing in the kids choir, so I started to love singing. And then in high school, I got involved in learning how to play the guitar, acoustic guitar, and started writing songs. So during that time, the internet was fairly new in terms of social anything, right? There were like blog sites, there were soundclick.com, and I started signing up for these things because I figured, I'd love to write songs and just put it on this thing, without any idea of wanting to promote it really to anybody. It was just there. But there was an organic fan base. Like, people started listening to my songs, sharing it on websites, sending the MP3s around, and that's kind of how I started out. And since then, I've gotten the opportunity to do concerts and shows in 32 countries. I've been all over the United States, and I was just blown away by the response all these years. And I didn't know I was going to become a singer-songwriter, musician, definitely. So that was how I got started and how I got to where I am today. The second question is, what is the importance of Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders in mainstream media and the arts? I say it's pretty important in a sense that you want to show people, especially people that don't really know, that Asian Americans are just as qualified, as capable as anybody else to pursue a career in music, pursue a career in the arts, in the movies and stuff. Because there are some types of typecasting out there with Asian Americans. You're either like the smart math kid in school, or you're the martial artist and whatnot. But at the same time, I think that your skill and your talent should speak for itself. I'm not going to consider myself an Asian American artist. I consider myself an artist that happens to be Asian American, or a Filipino that sings, a Filipino singer. I'm a singer that happens to be Filipino. And I think that's the kind of country that we live in right now, is that everybody has the opportunity to pursue their dreams, no matter what you are or where you came from. So that's my answer to that question. My advice to anybody out there that wants to pursue a career in like music or the arts is that you never really know what's gonna happen when you put your art and your expression and your music out there. You never really know. I'm not saying there is a sure road out there, like if you put music out, if you do this, then you're gonna be a star, or you're gonna be this and that. I think the first and foremost is to remember why you do it. Like, if there's times when I struggle, when I go, man, when music feels more like an obligation more than it does a passion, I close my eyes and I remember when I was that little kid. And I remembered I did music for me. I didn't do music because I wanted to be validated, or because I wanted people to like me or whatever. It was because it's what I love to do, and that's a natural feeling. That's instinct right there. So I think you just trust your instinct, trust your passion. If it's something that you love to do, don't be afraid to put something out. It doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like people that have listened to my music all these years, they've watched me grow. I trust me, like, when I think about the things I put out when I was 16, 17 years old, it's hard for me to listen to personally, because I'm my own worst critic. And on top of that, I'm like, man, I've developed and matured like so much from those years. But I feel like the people that have listened to me all these years, they've grown with me. It's like we grew together. You know what I'm saying? They've heard me when I was just starting, or when I couldn't reach that note, or when I couldn't play this and that, and they heard me to where I am today. And now I have that fan base, that loyal fan base, that, you know, when I do shows and I go places, they're gonna be there no matter what. And I think that's a beautiful thing, more than just putting something out on like Instagram or something. You know, sometimes we go, man, I'm gonna put something out on Instagram, and if people don't like it, if I don't get a lot of likes, then maybe I'm not cut out for this. You know, I think that's just one thing out of a bigger thing, which is really doing it because it's what you love to do, and people will notice that. I think I'm a testimony to that. You know, I've always done music is because it's what I've loved to do. It's never been necessarily, oh, I need I need the likes, and I need the comments, and I need people to say that I'm good. Just know this is what you love to do, and then put something out, and you never know what's going to happen. So that's my advice to anybody out there. Content creators, musicians, songwriters, dancers, actors, you name it. It really just starts out with your passion for what you love to do. So that's about it, y'all. I know I'm rambled a little bit, but I hope to meet you guys on April 21st, and just share my music and life with you guys through the songs that I've written. So take care, God bless you all, and I'll see you on April 21st.